Hey everyone, welcome to our 17th South by Soup Fest. I'm Laura Thomas. I'm a booking agent here in Austin, Texas, and we've had our annual roster show during South by Southwest week on the Wednesday of every South by festival. This year and last year we have gone virtual, but we still wanted to connect with everybody, have an opportunity to showcase the amazing artists that I work with. And also, we've turned it into a fundraiser for one of our favorite local not-for-profits. It's called Caritas of Austin. And we raise money specifically for the food services programs. They have a food pantry and a soup kitchen. So I'm going to ask Betty, our Sue, who's helping me out, to play a quick thank you from Caritas before we have our first guest.
Food Service Manager for Caritas of Austin. I'd like to send my heartfelt thank you to ComboPlate Cooking and their musician for 17 years of service through South by Soup Fest. I want to let you know that the money raised is going towards food and supplies to the community kitchen and the pantry. Again, thank you so much for 17 years of your support.
All right, everyone, that was Cynthia. Know her really well. She's there at the soup kitchen. And over the 17 years, we've raised over $52,000. This year, we're trying to raise at least $5,000. If we get there, we might make a little stretch goal because last year we actually raised $6,700. So I'll tell you more about that later. But our first musical guest is Raina Rose, and I'd love for y'all to hear her songs. And please share the live stream as much as you can. We'd love to have as many people as possible attending this show. We'll be here till 8 or 8:30. Thank you. Hey, Raina.
Hi, Laura. Hello, everybody. Happy South by Southwest. This is the mellowest South by Southwest ever.
Sorry, can you hear? I can't either. Okay. Hold on a second. Hold on just a moment, Raina.
Hey, Raina, we heard you say hello, but then when you started playing, we couldn't hear you. So wanted to try again? Can't hear you. While she's testing her mic, just talk and interrupt me, but while she's testing her mic, we've got 8 musicians playing tonight. It's Raina, Nels Andrews, J.M. Stevens, BettySoo, Curtis McMurtry, Beaver Nelson, Nathan Hamilton, and Matt the Electrician. These are 8 of the artists that I represent on my ComboPlate booking roster, and I can't wait to hear them myself. So hopefully Raina will pop back in a second. There she is. All right, Raina, we can hear you.
I'm sorry, I turned into a black swirling nothingness for a second, like we all do. I'll start again. You go outside, the leaves are water in the summer night. The air is solid as a butcher knife. The stars are hidden on you, yeah, that's right. You go inside. Rises up to greet your steps. You give what you got, but there's not much left. Staring at you in the face is death, and that's just the balance beam. No one's gonna take this away from me. No one's taking this away from me. From me. Spinning fast, slipping down the hourglass, running a sunrise, running from what you don't recognize. And the further you fall, from your faith, the harder it hits you in the face. And that is a guarantee. No one's gonna take this away from me. No one's taking this away from me. No one's taking this away. You wake up, other than love stories are all we got. Stars reach points of thought spread out into space. Other than love stories are all we make. We are ships on an endless lake. And smile lines on your face. No one's gonna take them away. No one's taking them away. No one's taking them away. Away. Hey, hey. You wake up next to the one you chose so well. You got no idea where you are, and the colors on the walls themselves, and this unfamiliar room, silent lightning on the skyline. How far, how far, how far, how far away? 1,000 to 1,000, 3, 1,000. All right. I didn't turn into swirling nothingness again. That's good. It's always good. It's very disorienting when that happens. It's really nice to be at Guero's, enjoying the sunshine and having a Topo Chico and a margarita and some enchiladas later, maybe. That'd be nice. This is a South Austin song. Used to be just the dog and me, driving circles around the country, falling over every monument, scribbling lines out of the past and when heartbroken, climbing my own steps, looking for love for every broken fence, falling down every flight of stairs, looking around and hoping love was there. We're doing the best we can, making do with what we have, looking for a little mercy, raising up a little family, making out in the garden at night. I like better in the evening light, homemade bread with honey, could use a little more money. We're doing the best we can. When you walked in the garden gate, when you lived on any street, and I knew I loved you then, I had to figure out what freedom meant. Is freedom laughing with strangers in the dark, trying to build a fire and never spark? Is it feeling like you still belong, even when you're completely wrong? We're doing the best we can, making do with what we have, looking for a little mercy, raising up a little family, making out in the garden at night. I look better in the evening light, homemade bread with honey, could use a little more money. We're doing the best we can. time goes faster. Do you remember when he was born in the bathtub into your arms? It was a full moon eclipse, stars shooting out my fingertips. Someday we'll have two grown men. Will we relax then? Or does the worry just come? Even when your babies aren't around, we're doing the best we can, making do with what we have, looking for some mercy, raising up a little family, making out in the garden at night. I like better in the twilight, homemade bread with honey. Who cares about money? We're doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can. Right. Do one quick little adjustment. It's a little better. Can you see the butt? It's my bulk trash prize that I won from going through bulk trash. Let's see. I miss hanging out with everybody at South by Southwest. I miss going over to Carrie and Danny's house and seeing everybody I missed for so long. But it's nice we're still doing good things together, even if they're apart. When I was young, I didn't think, I didn't look at what you're supposed to see. I was made up of twine and sticks, wine and whiskey, whatever might fix me. I was a lion in the city, dying of starvation and running in place. But I still needed an explanation. Why was happening on my own face? When I was young, when I was young. When I was young, I wasn't looking at what I was given, just what I was not. It was Thanksgiving, and I was omitting. I could see nothing but an empty pot. I was a lion in the city, dying of exposure, afraid of my roar. But I was still trying to see silver linings through a river down the port. When I was young, oh, oh, when I was young. When I was young, I was a soldier, shoulders holding the weight of the sky which is weightless, but I didn't realize the burden I carried was smaller than I was lying on an ocean surrounded by gold, the woven threads and the stars, the chorus for us, even though when I was young. Oh. All right, I think I probably have time for two more if they're both kind of short. Let's see. So many things I never finished, I know. I told you I would. And the lights of the stars, they were diminished, thinking I never could feel the free again. And the night that we slept out in the backyard on your neighbor's trampoline, yeah, we danced all the while in that sweaty part of me. Feel like a dream we won't never see again. You see, that was last summer, that was Montana, that was a fiction, that was a tale. And still I kept your sweater till the storm stole it from me and ripped away at the sail. Every word I ever said before your hands, they took mine, was a lie told by a fool. Meaning nothing except I am less trusting this time. Well, I am worn out, oh, I am torn up, I am lonely, I am high, and that big old white moon, she keeps a sad record. Did I really let go of you? Did one more quick one, and then next up is Nels Andrews, who's one of my favorite songwriters of ever. And then after that are more wonderful people on Laura's roster. This is a song about flowers. Promise to be kind. I promise to start now. I will barter your sorrow for the sun somehow. Anyhow. How will we ever get there in the dark? And I will bring you blueberries and silence. And I'll read the last page first. It's the story of it. Morning glory by the fence post. How will we find it in the dark? I will bring you bonnets, your table and baby's cry, baby's breath. You won't hear me come in, you won't see me, but you will know when I've and I'm sorry I broke your heart. And I'm so sorry I did it from the start. I took it apart and put it back together. Maybe now your heart will work better. I swear to be someone with every secret confessed, down every dark highway the wind has the honor to undress. We'll make amends, trying to find our way home in the dark. Oh, we're just trying to find our way home in the dark. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you to Caritas for helping people, and back to Laura. Thank you so much.
Raina, that was beautiful as always. Thank you for playing.
Thank you,
Everyone. Yeah, we started a few minutes late, everyone. This is our annual party. We're at Guero's Taco Bar in our minds. And next up is Nels Andrews. He's played before at the roster party, but he lives in California and he flew in for tonight's event. So welcome, Nels.
Hey, Laura. Hey, John. Hey, everyone. Good to see y'all. How's it going, Laura?
Good. I'm going to mute because we want to hear your beautiful song. So
Okay. All right. Bye, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Welcome to Guero's. Oh, you guys got good spot there. It was cool to see everyone swaying, all the kids dancing along to Raina's set there. I got the California version of the Topo Chico for my refreshment there. This is always my favorite when I would come down to South by. It's been a couple years since I came down to South by, but it was always my favorite thing, Laura's thing here at the Guero's. And it wasn't just the tacos and the margaritas, it was the community and seeing all the people there. Yeah. So I'm gonna play this song. I'll start off with a new song that it started off as kind of like a sci-fi love story. And every time I've picked up my guitar and played it here during the pandemic, it's been kind of this existential waiting song. And we can make the moon and back, and we're chasing Russian dough. And the secret chord you cracked from a cipher that you found on the back of a chewing gum wrapper. And tomorrow's in the tall grass, tomorrow's in the tall grass, we're waiting here. And tomorrow's in the tall grass, tomorrow's in the tall grass, we're waiting here. And a supernova shook as the second moon was rising. With every weightless step you took, were your calculations right? 'Cause my heart in my chest had swollen twice its size. And tomorrow's in the tall grass, tomorrow's in the tall grass, we're waiting here. And tomorrow's in the tall grass, tomorrow's in the tall grass, we're waiting here. As my second swallow showed, and we finally touched back down. But the tattoo that you craved, it was with you all along. The Milky Way sitting there in a tattoo on your thumb. And tomorrow's in the tall grass, tomorrow's in the tall grass, we're waiting here. And tomorrow's in the tall grass, tomorrow's in the tall grass, we're waiting here. Thank you, thank you. So we're not actually here at Warrows, unfortunately. Well, I guess in spirit, but it's been funny to be home and looking out on screens all the time. And this song I wrote, it was on my last record, and it's about that kind of, I guess, watching everyone else on the internets out there. It's called "And Then Wondering Why Everyone Else's Life Looked All Kind of Happy and Exciting." Now we're all in it together. We're all watching. I guess we're all watching each other all the time on the screen. So come back. Yeah. And all of the venom in my tongue, oh, I drained it from your tooth. And it's so easy when we're young, mistaking anger for truth. And so we can fight on it a while, and we're firing at close range, and you spit my bullets from your smile, as if nothing really changed. And I found that I lost it in the street. I wrote about it in longhand. In the back of restaurants, I'm watching the people watching each other. I'm thinking I want what he has got. Mm-hmm. 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 You sew a shadow to my shoe, so the daylight will give warning. Sometimes all we want won't do. The second light, straight on till morning. The man I am in Neverland. Oh, they finally came to blows, and I shoved that night in a Murphy bed. But the damn thing wouldn't close, and I found that I lost it in the street. I wrote about it in longhand. In the back of restaurants, I'm watching the people watching each other. I'm thinking I want what he has got. I count the band backwards in from 3. I tremble softly on the 1. The way you call flowers by their Latin names, hoping someday they will come, and they will come, they will come. Thank you. Many moons ago, when I was coming down to do one of these down to South by Southwest, Laura and John were getting married, and I don't think there was a Trader Joe's in Austin at the time. So I can't remember, was it Cannonball Run or Cannonball Run, right? They were moving the Coors across state lines, or was that Smokey and the Bandit? One of those movies with like a macho lead star like Burt Reynolds. They were trying to move big amounts of alcohol across state lines. Well, I bought many cases of $2 Chuck and threw it in my van, and I drove straight from New York. I kind of remember going out to New Jersey and filling my van up with these cases of $2 Chuck and driving straight down, me and AJ, driving straight down to Austin. And it was like a big, long haul down there. And I forget how we routed, but for some reason, whatever it was, we ended up at Austin at 2 a.m. and Colin Brooks was working on a house. This is just as the band The Heathens was starting. And God, I think Jordy was there. A couple of the guys were living there in that house, but whatever it was, the house was under construction and they were building this house and putting a studio in the back. And so we had to unload this wine at 3 a.m. into this construction zone, and we drank many of the bottles of wine. Well, one of them, Laura, don't worry. I think 1 or 2 of them as a finder's fee for taking across state lines. And there was a dog there that had chewed up all this insulation, and so there was just insulation all over the floor. And at the end of the night, Colin's like, "Well, you got to get there and you just got to go to sleep here." So we slept in this big pile of insulation. So I had insulation all over, and I was exhausted. And we woke up, and our alarm went off, and we were supposed to get to the soup kitchen to play for the soup kitchen show, where Laura does these shows where she brings music into the soup kitchen there for Caritas, and so we get there, and I'm running late, and I'm trying to get we're trying to get in to go play, and we must have looked pretty bedraggled because we got up to the front, and somebody's like, "Oh no, back of the line like everyone else." Anyway, so this song, this is called "Dollar in the Dream." I got $100 on a sure thing in the 4-3 in Del Mar, and easy money knows where to find me, chatting up waitresses in seaside bars. And it's a hotel by the highway, it's no cottage by the sea. In the space in between, the dollar and the dream gonna be the enemy. I stationed in San Diego in the spring of '85. I burned all the bridges in Moore County, and damn near lucky to be alive. I left behind my boyhood companions, they're emptying bottles where the asphalt ends, and we're making mist of the dust in moonlit mountain roads, shadow boxes of my friends. It's a hotel by the highway, it's no cottage by the sea. In the space in between, the dollar and the dream gonna be the enemy. And I smelled bay rum on the rest of the west wind, his blistered sandals filled with sand. And I clutched the mighty Caribbean Ocean and spilled out of seashells in the palm of my hand. But the tall ships all are sleeping, and how they tether to the shore. And it's always the same, like a moth to flame, she will leave you wanting more. And it's a hotel by the highway, it's no cottage by the sea. And the space in between the dollar and the dream gonna be the enemy. And the space in between the dollar and the dream gonna be the enemy. All right. Yeah. Güeros, tacos. The beginning of St. Patrick's Day and the beginning of South by Southwest, and the beginning of the winter usually for everyone. I think it's always funny to see everyone who's come bundled in from all other parts of the world, getting down to Austin and feeling that first kind of spring sunshine on their knees. And it always has kind of like a summer camp feel, seeing all your friends, everyone who's the groups of people who go, and you come in from wherever you are and you see your group of people and you're going to pack up and start going to the clubs and seeing all the different music and stuff together. And like Raina said, going over for the songwriters, it's always so fun to end up at Danny and Carrie's house in the grotto there. And I remember one year we were over down there, and it was my job to go get the Topo Chico and whatever at the Fiesta Mart. And it was Mira Stanley's from the Seas. It was her birthday. And I decided it'd be fun to surprise her with a piñata. And that became this big thing that every year we do a big song circle, and at some point we would mercilessly whack a piñata. And I was back at Danny's and Carrie's last spring, the spring before, I think. And they had them all kind of lined up, all the piñata heads up near the tequila as memories of songs past. All right, I'm gonna play this song I wrote with AJ Roach, which is how I met Laura back in the day through Nathan first, but I think I first met Laura through AJ. And I actually was in Ireland. He's in Ennis, Ireland, and I went and visited him a couple years ago, thinking of him all St. Patrick's Day. It's also he was going to maybe try to record a song or come in and join us on the set, which I thought would have been super cool, but it was his daughter's birthday today and St. Patrick's Day, and he said he was tapped. He couldn't join in. But we were out in Orkney, not in Orkney, we were in an island off the coast of the northwest Scotland up there. A couple years ago doing a house concert, and we had gotten there the night before, and the woman who runs the place, Debbie, she had gotten this grant so that everyone could live on this little island if they kept breeding these Ushmel ponies. And we got to see an Ushmel pony got born. We woke up early and got to see an Ushmel pony got born, and before anyone else was up, we went back and me and AJ drafted out this song here called Welterweight. And last time I was in Scotland, Debbie brought this big butcher paper that had all the songs on there. No, the song all drafted out here. So I'm going to play this one. It's called Welterweight. And it's a little grease paint for the balcony, and a wink for the mezzanine, and a smile so wide where the angels hide in their boxes in between. All frightened, frozen in the footlights, a starlet painted to the nines, in a part too big and a dress too small, while the stagehands fed her lines. And it's 10:98. The swan song of a welterweight, 7, 8, 9, and you should have seen me in my prime. And it's 5, 4, 3. You take a fall and grab your feet in 3, 2, 1. The fight ain't over when the bells have rung. When the bells have rung. Well, she slept right through rehearsal, the second time in as many days. In a wide-eyed understudy, wrung her hands and paced backstage. Before she'd made the after party, and she made liars of us all. As she made that crooked entrance just in time for curtain calls. And it's 10:90, the swan song of a welterweight, 7, 8, 9, and you should have seen me in my prime. And it's 5, 4, 3. You take a fall and grab your feet in 3, 2, 1. The fight ain't over when the bells have rung. When the bells have rung. Thank you, thank you. How am I doing on time there, Laura? Okay, okay. All right, this will be my last song. My name is Nels Andrews, right here, look, wait, right there. I'll do a very short song. This song is called Big Oak Sway. And thank you all for listening here under the big oaks of Hueros. And thanks, Laura, for putting this on and raising money for an awesome charity that does great things for your community. All right, here we go. Here we go. I laid down for my pillow a pork pie hat, and I was dreaming of this, and I woke up with that. And it was resting so easy on my grandfather's grave with a driftwood cross in the widow's lace. And there's perfume powder in the juniper wind. I'm so far from home, and Lord, I have sinned. And I jimmied the lock on the crossroads door. I spent 2 weeks' wages on a Winslow war. And when the big oaks sway, let the wind blow, and the rain warp the boards on my front porch floor. In the wind, and I can do no more. Me and Eddie from Louisville, how we rode the rails. He is 2 months sprung from a Juarez jail. His chair out on Cahuenga in the evening mist, smiling his good eye and a rose in his fist. And when the big oaks sway, let the wind blow, and the rain warp the boards on my front porch floor. And I'm just a leaf in the wind, and I can do no more. I laid down for my pillow a pork pie hat, and I was dreaming of this, and I woke up with that. Bye, everyone. Thank y'all. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Nels. That was beautiful. You played lots of favorite songs. I know a lot of people recognized. Our cat's making a quick appearance. Anyway, thanks everyone. Again, you're tuning in to South by Soup Fest, ComboPlate Bookings usual roster party, which usually takes place during South by Southwest. We want a chance to just share the music of the musicians I work with, and also we've turned it into a fundraiser for Caritas of Austin about 17 years ago. So just there at the bottom, there's a place where you can make a donation. I'll be talking more about Caritas after the next artist. So next up is J.M. Stevens, and he has been making a lot of music and videos, and I'm gonna let him take it over now. Thanks.
Hi everybody. Give it up for Nels Andrews. Man, it sounded great, man. Strong camera game too. I got to pick your brain on what you're using there. Glad to be here. Thanks so much to Laura for wrangling all this together. It's pretty incredible. And I'm going to start off with the song I wrote just about last year at this time when the world started twisting up on us a little bit. This is called Dry Creek. There's a voice inside that echoes in my mind, telling me to beware and that I'm running blind. But I ain't gonna listen anymore to the sound of old boots pacing the floor. 'Cause there's a future up over the ridge, and that dry creek was once water under the bridge. As I lay in wait of what is sure to come, uncertainty everywhere, gotta hold on everyone. I'm trying hard not to let it ruin my mind, but I lost that battle one too many times. There's a future up over the ridge, and that dry creek was once water under the bridge. I saw a bird up high on a branch much too thin, and an avalanche in waiting, teetering on the rim. So hold on tight, it's gonna be a bumpy ride till we find salvation on the other side, where there's a future up over the ridge, and that dry creek was once water under the bridge. Yeah, that dry creek was once water under the bridge. All right, that's called Dry Creek. I know we got BettySoo coming up next. I'm going to do one that BettySoo actually covered one time, and it was one of the coolest things ever. This is a song off my album called Invisible Lines, which is out now in all the places. And this one is called Anyway. wasn't looking for you, but I found you anyway. Like a wounded bird, you fell out from the sky above me, you hit the ground. I wasn't looking for truth, but I found it anyway. The dead of night I was thinking, to a bottomless pit my soul was sinking. Like a ride down the back roads I once drove down to escape. You came along and eased my worried mind out of the fray. I wasn't looking for love, but I found it anyway. I wasn't looking for trust, but I found it anyway. I gave you my heart, don't you give it back. List you as my emergency contact. I wasn't looking for a friend, but I found one anyway. I do my best not to let you down, take all my money and blow it downtown. Like a ride down the back roads I once drove down to escape. You came along and eased my worried mind out of the fray. I wasn't looking for love, but I found it anyway. I was running out of reasons to switch my light from dim, but the way that your love hit me, baby, I'm still recovering. Like a ride down the back roads I once drove down to escape. You came along and eased my worried mind out of the fray. I wasn't looking for love, but I found it anyway. Yeah, I found it anyway. This one's called Nowhere to Land. Won't pretend I know what you're going through, where you been, where you're from, or where you're headed to. Getting by most any way you can, flying like a bird with nowhere to land. I can see it in your eyes, the way you look at me. No trust in what I say or in what I believe. It's coming clear, I never understand it's like to fly with nowhere to land. It's hard to find the words to say, so I'm gonna do less looking and more listening today. Woke up to another new day coming down. Beauty in the sky, not so much on the ground. For too long my head's been in the sand. It's time I fly with nowhere to land. It's time to fly with nowhere to land. I was thinking earlier today, normally whereas one of the highlights of playing Laura's party every year is they give you, I mean, besides all the wonderful people there and the good times, is they give you this free meal ticket and drink ticket, and you can use it any time throughout the whole year. So I'll always forget about it and be digging through my guitar case one day, and I'll run across the ticket just when I need it most, and I'll go down to Warro's and I'll get, you know, an incredible meal and a drink. So that's a real treat. But new memories happening this year. I'm going to do another song off my album that is about to have a video come out for it called Further I Run. So it will come out as a single with a new video in about 3 weeks. The further I run, the more that I become painfully aware that I should stay. The harder I try, the more the reasons why hit me like a road freight train. I can't help but notice how your eyes look at me that way. The further I run, the more I want to stay. It's morning time, the sun is on the rise. All that I can see is your face. Thinking about when our love it just began, if we'll make it back to that place that seems to have gone missing, disappeared without a trace. The further I run, the more I want to stay. Were we only dreaming as we stumble through the crowd? Mine's erased, but it's all coming back to me now. Oh. Were we only dreaming as we stumble through the crowd? Mine's erased, but it's all coming back to me now. Oh. The further I run, further I run. All right, that was called Further I Run. Laura, what am I looking at on time here? It looks like I'm about at my end here, yeah? 6 minutes rule. Okay, cool. Along with that song and video, I recorded a new song. It's going to come out as the B-side. And this, it's called Yesterday Light. Yesterday light, when it said tomorrow would be easier, that we'd step outside into the air that was cool and breezier. But I'm still waiting for that coveted day to come, when it don't feel like it's all about to come undone. Took those empty promises in stride, and yesterday light, I hear those wolves out there howling, but they're still a few miles away. But soon enough they'll be at the door collecting on them bills to pay. But they'll just have to take a number and get in line behind their pack of friends that have already arrived. My application for credit has been denied, and yesterday light, yesterday's news don't really seem to be in the past anymore. There's people in the streets marching, saying that they ain't gonna take anymore. And as I watch those monuments come crashing down, and hear those voices ringing out even in my hometown, gives me faith in a better tomorrow we might find in yesterday light. All right, that's called Yesterday Light. I've got one more song here, and we got the fabulous BettySoo coming up next. Thanks so much to Laura for having me and putting on this great event benefiting Caritas of Austin. I'm sure there's links on here somewhere on ways to donate. This song is called Ramping Up Operations. Ramping up operations, if only in my mind. Little things that once took the whole year are getting done in half the time. Maybe it's just my imagination, but sure got me feeling fine. Ramping up operations in my mind. This couch feels like an office in a fancy high-rise downtown. The TV's a PowerPoint presentation telling them what it's all about. A little bit of delusion never hurt no one anyhow. So I'll take another toke of some store-bought smoke and a drink of this whiskey now. 'Cause I'm ramping up operations, if only in my mind. Little things that once took the whole year are getting done in half the time. Maybe it's just my imagination, but sure got me feeling fine. Ramping up operations in my mind. That unknown number on on the telephone. Ain't no collection agency. And the black cat waiting outside of the door surely ain't meant for me. 'Cause I'm in luck with my baby staring at me from the screen, where there's no broken hearts in my upstart or losers in this company. 'Cause I'm ramping up operations, if only in my mind. Little things that once took the whole year are getting done in half the time. Maybe it's just my imagination, but it sure got me feeling fine. Ramping up operations in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Thanks so much.
Sounded great. Thank you, Jan.
Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Stick
everyone.
around for BettySoo.
Yeah, stay up for BettySoo. First, I'm going to give a little bit of a speech, but thanks, everyone. I put Jam's website and the links on YouTube and Facebook, so please go and check him out. I've been trying to do that for everyone performing tonight. So if I haven't done it and you want to see it, please just remind me to post it. So, but yeah, I'm Laura, local booking agent and ComboPlate booking. We're usually at Guero's Taco Bar. If this was a normal year, our friend Karen would be walking around with a tip jar, and John, my husband, and my friend Grace and Rachel and Tanya, they'd all be helping me sell raffle tickets and, you know, all of that, and then the donations that we take, tips for the band, they all go to the soup kitchen and the food pantry at Caritas of Austin. We've been doing it 17 years, and over the years, we've raised $52,000. And so we're trying to raise money again this year. We've got a couple of videos from staff at Caritas, and we're going to play one from Annie, who works in the food pantry. Usually clients get to go once, but because of COVID and people being really affected, they're opening up the pantry to more frequent visits. So take it away, Betty.
I'm Annie. I'm a food service assistant here at Caritas. I assist in the kitchen for our lunch service, and I also assist here in the pantry. We provide the clients of Caritas, groceries for their week. For COVID, we don't really restrict how many times they can come, whereas before they were able to come in. I think they were limited to like once a week to come get their groceries, but now we sort of just fill the order for them. We get them a little bit of everything. We have vegetables, we have tomato, rice, beans, and other staples like fruit, sugar, breakfast items, and we've been fortunate enough to provide meat as well, and eggs, and butter, and milk, which is really nice. And yeah, we sort of just provide assistance to carry people throughout their week or their month, and yeah, for their clients. So I think anywhere from like 5 to 10 people can come in a day, and yeah, we just help them out in any way we can, in any way that's possible that we're able to.
All right, that was Annie. She's one of the employees at Caritas, and I asked everybody last minute at Caritas to do videos, and they thankfully did it. So we just want everybody who's attending to get a sense of what they do. So Caritas is a local nonprofit. They have food services programs, which is mainly the community kitchen, which provides lunch 5 days a week, and then the pantry. And last year alone, they provided over 40,000 lunches, and the pantry as Annie mentioned, they're actually having increased demand because of COVID and people being economically affected, and there are even doing deliveries to the people who don't have clients who don't have cars. So they're really still doing quite a bit of work, and we really want to support them and help them out by raising money like we do every year. This is our 17th year, and please, if you're watching this stream, please share it. We mainly want to share the music, but we also want to highlight this organization. It's where I met my husband, John. We were both volunteering, and I've been presenting music there once a month for the clients since 2002, and then in 2005 we started raising money as our booking agency. So it's a long history. If you're looking on Instagram and the ComboPlate bio, there's a link to you can read about the history of our relationship with them. And there's also links to donate. If there's of course the URL here on the screen, but if you don't want to donate here, and if you want to donate, please, there's also a page on Facebook. Just put South by Soup Fest and you can donate there. And you don't have to donate. We just want you to be here, and please spread the word. Please share this stream. That nothing would make us happier than to see lots of people watching. So please share the stream. That would make us very, very happy. I think I'm gonna cut it off there. I have lots of people to thank, but I'll just show you how many. There's like, you can't see it. There's like that many people on Facebook and this many people on the other website. So it's a lot. So usually we are raffling things. We do have a very few raffle gift cards from local businesses that I put in the chat for anyone who donates over $100. And if anyone wants to get one of these shirts that John and I are wearing, South by Soup Fest shirt, I think I have like some of those left. And I think I can I will personally mail them to you for anyone who donates over 150. So I'll put that in the chat too. But next up is BettySoo. Thanks, Betty, for being the wizard behind the curtain and for sharing your tunes with us tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me, Laura. I have this is something that like this Guero's party that we all keep referring to. I'm sure a lot of you who are tuning in have been to the Guero's party, but if you haven't, we all keep talking about it because like the rest of the year, a bunch of us say that it's our favorite South by party every year. And the weather is always perfect. It's always one of those days where sometimes it looks like it might be rainy or it might be stormy, and then it always ends up being clear. And everybody who's at that party from out of town decides that they want to move to Austin because it's like it's that whole day is kind of a perfect experience there. But thanks to Laura for having me on the show. I'm going to start off with a song that's actually written by a good friend of mine who is a ComboPlate alum, Michael Fracasso.
Say anything you want. You can't hurt me now. No, no, like you did before. Fly anywhere you choose. You're not mine to lose. Oh no, no, and you never were. Now you're helpless on your back, where the night has laid you flat. Had another bad attack. In these uncertain times, cry if it makes you feel that your life is real. See it through your tears. Dream anything at all. It won't hurt to fall like you were a kid. Now the winter turns to spring, and up above the songbirds sing. The king is dead, long live the king. In these uncertain times, be anything you please, if you make it so. Love is all you need.
All right, that is Say by Michael Fracasso. And it's just one of my favorite tunes, and it opens up one of my favorite records, which is his Here Come the Savages album. So if you don't have that, I highly, highly recommend it. But, okay, and now I will get to stuff that I wrote or co-wrote. This is a song that I wrote with Rebecca Loby and Grace Pettis, my bandmates in Nobody's Girl. Oh, except I have to get out of my weird detuned thing. And we're hoping that this song will come out this summer, probably before our record release in July. And we wrote it in, I think, like mid-2019, or is that right? Mid-2019? It's so hard for me to figure out what year is which now, but it might have been late 2018 now that I'm trying to think about it, but all of the years are running together in my mind. Anyway, sending love to Rebecca Loby and Grace Pettis. Wish we could sing this in harmony together. One day we will.
In the stars last night, shining down from a clear black sky. Colorado turned out the lights. 1,000 miles from California sand, 1,000 more to the Blue Ridge Mountains, all in the cradle of your weary hands. Staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide. Looking to the left, looking to the right. Cardboard city full of government tents, kids trying to sleep over subway vents, keeping watch over cold cement. vote in North Dakota with a native ID. Churches shot, Philly, Jersey, Kansas, Tennessee. We're all waking up from the same lost stream and staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide. Looking to the left, looking to the right. Is there a sign on your neighbor's lawn that makes you wonder how we went so wrong? Show me a side we can all get on. I saw a man quilt an 8-foot flag with just his hands and a pile of rags. Sometimes all we need is what we have. When you're staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide. Looking to the left, looking to the right. I only see what I can see, feeling small and not that free. 'Cause from where I stand, this doesn't look like the promised land. Staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide, staring at the great divide. 'Cause from where I stand, this could still be the promised land.
Thanks. It feels funny to say thank you when you don't really hear any applause or see anybody. But I'm just going to assume that everybody watching is happy and feeling like we're together in some way. I have the loudest creaking chair. And of course, now that I do that, it's not going to make any noise. But in the middle of songs, it's constantly making these like loud creaking noises. It drives me crazy. If anybody has recommendations about great ergonomic chairs that are fine for short people, that is a real key, because people send me links to ergonomic chairs that are not good for short people. So if you like find great, actually, if there are any short people out there who have really great ergonomic office chairs where the armrests can go away so I can play guitar in them, put that in the comments. I want to know. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Henry and me, we got a good thing together. Back in '98, we left for warmer weather. Just kids with fake IDs. Houston was big and we could disappear. Neighbors don't bug, don't even draw near. We can bust it out to Shreveport, meet with Jimmy and see what he sold. And if they're playing in town, we'll see the little band of gold. Try our luck at the slots, sleep all the way home. The station's just a 2-mile walk from our door. We never leave a car at the Greyhound lot. Henry says you might as well leave it unlocked. Henry's always got us a new set of wheels. He loves to strike his own kind of deals. And this one's hot out of Phoenix. He'll roll in slow, make a show. It's a '65 Ford, valet tag on the floor. We're gonna go downtown, cruise it around, drive it to the coast, leave it for the beach folks. Trade it for a wagon with a picnic in the back and see what kind of toys the kids dig these days. Then we'll throw them out the Hunter on the Gulf Coast Highway. So much trash out there, no one can tell anyway. Sunday night, I always call home. It's always Mom who picks up the phone. Tell her I'm good and I'll visit soon. Same thing I've said for years. She'll try to muffle those snot-nosed tears, as she knows I can't stand to hear. Well, Henry's never been much of a flirt, so I never worried about him chasing skirt. Him and me is all we need. Henry's new best friend is just an ex-sucker looking for a fix for a holding brother. Me and Henry, we're just like Clyde. Mad for dead presidents taking on the slide. The only things we ain't got banks in our sights, just cars and fiends and hungry eyes. Just cars and fiends and hungry eyes. Henry and me, we got a good thing together. Back in '98, we left for warmer weather. Just kids with fake IDs. Him and me, that's all we need.
Jamie is on the hunt with me. I appreciate that. Short people, we have, you know, we got no reason to live, but we do need good chairs still. Well, I thought I might just wrap up with this one song and then have one of my favorite musicians ever and favorite humans in the world, whose partner was just my guest on my show last night, coming up right after me, and that is the awesome Curtis McMurtry. Matt the Electrician, I'm not short, but I like chairs too. That is the most Matt response ever. I love it. This is another Nobody's Girl song, so written by myself with Rebecca Loby and Grace Pettis.
First you learn to breathe. Nobody has to teach you. Then you learn to walk. Now nobody can reach you. Where you run into? Does ivy need to climb? Or is it just her custom to leave the ground behind, lingering and lonesome? Where you run into? Where you run into? Run wild, run free, run to where you need to be. Maybe one day you'll run home to me. Lark upon the ledge, sings into the morning. Where'd you leave your nest? Did you wing off without warning? Where you running to? Run wild, run free, run to where you need to be. Maybe one day you'll run home to me. The tide's gone rushing out, and the bumblebees returning. Geese are flying south. April skies are storming. Where you running to? Where you running to? Where you running to? Where you running to?
There's my loud cheer. Did you hear it?
Thank you, BettySoo. It was absolutely beautiful. And we were both crying, but we just got our tissues. Wiped up our eyes. Anyway, that was so beautiful.
Thanks,
So,
thanks. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was BettySoo, everyone. We put her website in the chat. So please go check out more of her music. Our next artist is Curtis McMurtry, and I believe he's got Diana Burgess with him. So that's going to be very exciting. They both have their solo careers, but then they play together as well. And as soon as I see him, I'll start blabbing. But for those who don't know Diana, I just saw her name in your name, so I thought it was both of you.
Oh, weird.
It's okay. We're happy to have you. So, why? We're not sorry. Anyway, so, all right, Curtis has a great new record, Toothless Messiah. I'm hoping that he will sing some of those songs and tell you more about it. Thank you, Curtis, for being here, playing the roster party, and helping us raise money for Caritas.
Of course. The leading lights of the age all wondered amongst themselves what I would do next. After all that I'd found in my travels around the world, was there anything left? Well, gentlemen, I said, I've studied the charts, and if what I am thinking is right, there's another new world at the top of the world for the first one who breaks through the ice. And I looked around the room in that way I once had, and I saw that they wanted belief. So I said, all I got are my guts and my God. Then I paused, and the Annabelle Lee, oh, the Annabelle Lee, and I saw their eyes shine, the most beautiful ship in the sea. My Nina, my Pinta, my Santa Maria, my beautiful Annabelle Lee. At spring we set sail, the crowd waved from the shore, and on board the crew waved their hats. But I never had family, just the Annabelle Lee, so I never had cause to look back. I just set the course north and I studied the charts, and towards dawn I drifted towards sleep. And I dreamed of the fine, deep harbor I'd find past the ice for my Annabelle Lee. After that it got colder. The world got quiet, it was never quite day or quite night. Then the sea turned the color of sky, turned the color of sea, turned the color of ice. Till at last all around us was fastness, one vast glassy desert of arsenic white. Till the waves that once lifted us shifted instead into drifts against Annabelle's side, and the crew gathered closer. First for the warmth, but each morning would bring a new set of tracks in the snow leading over the edge of the world till I was the only one left. Then it gets cloudy, but it seems like I lay there for days or maybe for months. Ah, but Annabelle held me, just the two of us, happy to think back on all we had done. Of the other new worlds we discover as she gave up her body to me. As I chopped up her mainsail for timber, I told her of all that we still had to see. As the frost turned her moorings to nine tails and the wind lashed her sides in the cold, I burned her to keep me alive every night in the loving embrace of her hold. And I won't call it rescue. It brought me back here to the old world to drink and decline, and pretend that the search for another new world was well worth the burning of mine. But sometimes at night in my dreams comes the singing of some unknown tropical bird, and I smile in my sleep thinking Annabelle Lee's finally made it to another new world. Yes, sometimes at night in my dreams comes the singing of some unknown tropical bird, and I smile in my sleep thinking Annabelle Lee's finally made it to another new world. That's a Josh Ritter song called Another New World. I've never actually heard the Josh Ritter version. I learned it from the Punch Brothers. I think next I'm going to do a song of mine that involves prepared guitar, where I weave a Metro card between the strings of the guitar up near the bridge. I just watched the St. Vincent masterclass, and she showed everyone about the Metro card trick. I thought, no, keep it a secret. We will be chosen, for we We draw lines we never cross. A silver world where nothing touches and nothing gets dirty or lost. But the Lord is a wolf, not a shepherd. There's no rope for us to hold on. There is only one path we can follow. We don't go anywhere when we're gone. So build your towers to the heavens. Nothing made is here to stay. Put up a stone to mark our bones. Till the wind wears it away. When I die, give me no coffin. Lay me naked on a hill. Lay my body by its lonesome. Let the vultures have their fill. The years will scrape away my voice. Everything I ever knew. The dead don't care if they're forgotten, but the old they surely do. Build your towers to the heavens. Nothing made is here to stay. Put up a stone to mark our bones. Till the wind wears it away. Till the wind wears it away. Till the wind wears it away. So that was a song of mine called Silver World. I always regret naming it that because Silver World is very difficult to say. Laura graciously mentioned that I have a new album called Toothless Messiah. I should have prepared the banjo, as most of the songs on that record require it, but I'll do a short one from that new album called Feeding on Parasites. Is there any other kind of power besides old names on old buildings, old friends in new uniforms, big fish in small oceans? When you fall, no one will catch you. Get used to starting over. Don't sink your roots too deep. And when they come to cut us down, run until they lose your scent. Some of us will stay behind, setting traps, feeding on parasites. Yeah, when they come to cut us down, I want you to run and don't look back. As long as some of us survive, we have not lost, we all live on. Ooh, that kind of ruined the mood at the end there. I think I'll play a very old song on the banjolele, and then a slightly newer song on the banjolele. This old one is called I Never Was Your Man. Sorry, I know the microphone's blocking it a little bit, but it looks like this. I never told you I loved you. I never asked for your hand. So how can you say that you feel betrayed? I can't break a promise that I never made. I thought you knew this, darling, the truth is I never was your man. Don't you remember I said at the start, don't get attached or you'll get torn apart. What made you decide that I ever implied I could be happy alone at your side? I thought you knew this, darling, the truth is I never was your man. I didn't know you thought I was your own. Let me help you understand. There was a time when it seems you were mine, but I never was your man. No, I never was your man. I never was your man. I'll play this last short little ditty here. Thanks a lot to Laura and ComboPlate. And anyone watching, please donate to Caritas of Austin. I forget how many South by Soup Fests I've been fortunate enough to play. At least 6. Perhaps as many as 8. But I'm grateful to be here and grateful to be on this roster. And I believe the fantastic Mr. Beaver Nelson is up next. And this last little song of mine is called Together for Now. No matter how hard I try to be careful, I still end up in the fire somehow. Your honey tongue dripping all over, and we're still together for now. We let the sunset unravel around us. You hold me closer than I should allow, and just for a moment I want you forever, but we're just together for now. Together forever. For now. Thanks so much.
Curtis's website in the chats, and then I know you can find his records as well on Bandcamp. So thank you, Curtis, for playing.
Thank you.
I feel like it's been more than 6 or 8, but I don't know either. Everything's a blur.
Yeah, I can't remember the first one I played.
We'll both look
Maybe
it up.
2015.
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. So, thank you again for playing. And
Thank
as
you.
Curtis mentioned, our next artist is Beaver Nelson. And we're excited that he was able to come be here after work and play. So he'll be next. And then after Beaver, I'm going to give a little bit of a talk about why we're here and who we are. And then we have 2 more artists after that. We have Nathan Hamilton and Matt the Electrician. So Beaver, are you ready?
I sure hope so.
I know. Swallow that food you just put in your mouth.
It was gum,
Oh,
so
perfect.
I better not.
Don't swallow it. All right. Thanks for being here.
Okay. Oh, it's my immense pleasure. Do I need to? I can't get any. Now I can't hear you. So just so I get it right, can someone in this chat thing tell me if I'm echoing or if we're good? All right. Thank you, BettySoo. And thank you, Laura.
Wilderness is greener than you might imagine, and always greenest in the fall. Tears can be your fastest ticket in, but laughing won't slow you down at all. No, that voice out there in the wilderness, it ain't always all alone. Sometimes you find some company, sometimes you just find bone. Some folks are wandering, looking for meaning, and some go looking just for lies. Some think the future's told, there's some just go on in the die. Oh, but now I've been sent for to tell you what I've seen. Rampant sneaks back in the palace to respect his company of kings. So gather round the council table, lift your cup to the sky and sing your rate to whatever able to respect his company of kings. Yeah, I was listening to your conversation. Now I'm stepping out with mission clear to look upon all creation in careful hope and joyous fear, to come back to you ever crazy, willing to recall the dreams of chains that turn into ashes, and ashes that turned into streams. Gather round the council table, lift your cup to the sky and sing your rate to do whatever able to respect his company of kings. Oh, you can't close your ears to the prattling fools, but wise men's words are like wading pools. I'll step into them nice and easy and lay down when I know they're true. Gather round the council table, lift your cups to the sky and sing your rate will do whatever able to respect his company. Gather round the council table, lift your cups to the sky and sing your rate will do whatever able to respect his company of kings. His company of kings.
There we go. All right.
time I feel bad, I think there's something good in the world. I think there's something good in the world, and it makes me feel good. Sometimes it makes me feel good. Well, every time I feel half, I think there's something whole in the world. I think there's something whole in the world, and it makes me feel whole. Sometimes it makes me feel whole, like I'm with you. Anything easy left in this whole damn world? Is there anything easy left? Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Well, every time I feel half, I think of something whole in the world. I think of something whole in the world, and it makes me feel whole. Sometimes it makes me feel whole, like I'm with you. Well, every time I feel lost, I think of something found in the world. I think of something found in the world, and it makes me feel found. Sometimes it makes me feel found, like I'm with you. Anything easy left in this whole damn world? Is there anything easy left? Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Cause something happened, I don't know. I slipped into the vertigo. Flowers fade and flowers bloom. I never even left your room. You were saying something, dear. I was seeing one thing clear. We could push, we could shove, or we could hush, and we can love. Anything easy left in this whole damn world? Is there anything easy left? Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Every time I feel, every time I feel, every time I feel, every time I feel. So that's that one. I'm gonna try a new one. I'm gonna try a new one. We'll see how this goes. I've been writing a ton through all this, as probably many of the musicians have. This is one. It's called Just Do It Already.
figure on pain, and the occasional rain. 3 strikes will remain. You're a part of the game, fixed in your mind at the most inopportune time, traveling down your spine till limbs intertwine. So just do it already. You know you're going to. Whatever you're going to do is already done. You've thought it through, everything you can do, but when finally you move, it feels like it's new. So you chose it more, with requisite danger in store. Do your thinking before you're thinking before you walk through the door. Just do it already. You know you're going to. Whatever you're going to do is already done. It's a flurry on the inside, it's a jury on the outside. It's a worry and it's worldwide. It's a hurry at the high tide. It's a flurry on the inside, it's a jury on the outside. It's a worry and it's worldwide. It's a hurry at the high tide. So just do it already. You know you're going to. Whatever you're going to do is already done. Whatever you're going to do is already done. Whew. So that's a new one. It's called Just Do It Already. I've got a bunch of new songs that I've been writing through this, and hoping to make a record sometime in the near future. And I do hope that y'all will donate to Caritas through the banner at the very bottom of this this feed. It's a great organization, and Laura, we appreciate you. Well, the
earplugs. Put all my money on a fish fast Arabian stud. I jumped across the river, landed in the mud. I added on my own salt. The sugar was for free. Someone's on my own fog. Always choose the agony. And my radio won't play nothing but buzz. I jumped across the river, landed in the mud. Muddy shoes, muddy water, muddy son of a dead man's daughter. Black heart, black night, black hole won't let out the light. Black hole won't let out the light. I don't know how I've skipped my second verse on this one. Well, I added on my own salt. Sugar was for free. Someone's on my own fog. Always choose the agony. And my radio won't play nothing but buzz. I jumped across the river. Bam! Landed in the mud. Muddy shoes, muddy water, muddy son of a dead man's daughter. Black heart, black night, black hole won't let out the light. Black hole won't let out the light. Bum, 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 ba-dum. And that's a trumpet part. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Played by Matt the Electrician. Bum, bum, ba-dum. And there's a harmony part. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Sung by Nathan Hamilton. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Well, giving costs you something. Take a nap from me. Love the art for juggling right around authority. Oh, you almost fit me like a brand new pair of gloves. I jumped across the river, but I landed in the mud. Oh, across the river, landed in the mud. Oh, across the river, landed in the mud. Thank you, Laura, and thank you, BettySoo.
Thank you, Beaver. That was terrific.
How you doing, John?
All right, man. Thank you.
So, yeah, I do want to say, it being St. Patrick, and
We're wearing great.
yes, and I have some stripe of teal in here somewhere, but also this being virtual. When this show is over, I think I'm gonna head down to the Dog and Duck and watch Ian McCloggin and the Bump Band play.
Enjoy. Legend. Just like you. All right. Thank you. Those are all
I'll
the
take
good.
care.
And we all miss live music so much. Thank you, Beaver. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. We can't wait till we can see you again and be with you again. I'm Laura. This is my husband, John. And I am a booking agent in town, ComboPlate Booking. We're in Austin. We usually have a party during South by every year, a day party. And after a couple times of just doing it for showcasing, we thought, hey, let's just do a good deed. So we decided to start raising money for an organization that's near and dear to my heart. And every musician you're seeing tonight has played there. I've organized music there once a month since 2002. And since 2005, during South by, I've organized a kind of mini showcase for the clients eating lunch. It tends to be 3 days, 2 to 3 days. And anywhere from 10 to 15 artists. And my dear friend Jimmy Joe, who's watching earlier, he has volunteered and runs sound there every year. And then the other thing we've done for Caritas is, I think it was 2002, we started South by Soup Fest at the kitchen. 2005, we started raising money. And it's been 17 years now, and we've raised over $52,000 over those years. And we have an update. So there's 2 places to donate. They're in the chat. It's southbysoupfest.org, which you can see on the screen, or you can look on Facebook. But we've reached our goal for this year. I made a modest goal of 5,000, which may seem like a lot, but we've raised it because we've now reached 5,000. So now we're going to try to beat last year. Last year we made $6,750. So we're going to try to raise more. But 5,000 is great too. Either way, whatever people can do. Just share this stream. This will be available on YouTube later. And we wanted to play 2 videos from Caritas. The first one is from Joe. He's a chef in the kitchen, and he's going to tell you a little bit about the continued need at Caritas and how things have changed during COVID.
My name is Joe Raina, the chef at the Caritas Community Kitchen down here at 611 Niches. And I'm here to talk about how a couple of things have changed between the pre-pandemic and during the pandemic for our guests that used to come through the dining room. Dining room used to be open. We were doing about 275 people a day. Our numbers have since dropped since there's a significant number of resources available now. We're averaging probably about 150 to 160 people a day. But that hasn't exactly offset our costs, because now, since the dining room is closed, we have to shift a lot of our purchasing over to supplies and disposables so that we can continue to provide the meals that we were providing before, but on a to-go basis 5 days a week. Now, how this has impacted some of our clients and guests that have come through is that a lot of them have had to disperse from the downtown area to meet those resources that are closer to where they may have been camping or where they were actually housed, and some of them are still housed. But we are a no questions asked kitchen. It is free, and it doesn't matter if you are housed, if you're homeless, if you're on the street. You can come down here and get a meal 5 days a week, Monday through Friday.
Hi. I saw someone waving to me. I will blab that over. Thank you, Betty. Anyway, that was Joe. I was just saying that he's a terrific chef. He is a professional chef. He used to work in a restaurant and made this really conscious decision to come and work at Caritas. The mission of the organization means so much to him. So last year, even with COVID, they served 40,698 lunches last year. So the need is still there. As you heard earlier from Anna, who works in the pantry, giving out groceries has been a huge thing this year because so many people have had loss of work and housing. And so they are opening it up and letting people have groceries a little bit more, and the staff are even delivering it to people. So whatever you can do, we appreciate it. And if you can't do anything, we're just happy you're here listening to all these amazing musicians. And I have so many names to read, but I think I'll do that at the very end for those who want to hang on. But the next thing, I just wanted you to, one more quick video. Cynthia, who's Director of Food Services, she wanted to say thanks to everybody.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Hernandez, Food Service Manager for Caritas of Austin. I'd like to send my heartfelt thank you to ComboPlate Cooking and their musician for 17 years of service through South by Soup Fest. I want to let you know that the money raised is going towards food and supplies to the community kitchen and the pantry. Again, thank you so much for 17 years of your support.
Thank you, Cynthia, for making that quick video. We have 2 more musicians who are volunteering their time like they do year after year. For those who don't know, we're usually at Guerra's Taco Bar on the Wednesday during South by Southwest. This year, for obvious reasons, we decided to take this virtual once again. And hopefully we'll see y'all there under the oaks in 2022. 2 more guests. We have Nathan Hamilton and Matt the Electrician. Next up is Nathan, and these are the 2 artists on the roster with whom I've worked the longest. So Nathan, are you ready?
I think so. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Then I'm ready. All right. Laura, that is, this word gets thrown around in the most casual and silliest of ways, but that is truly, truly awesome what you do and have done all these years. And not just during South by Southwest, but for Caritas throughout the year. So thank you so much for all of that. And Beaver, it's great to hear you. I owe you a phone call, I'm sure. We haven't seen each other since a year ago today when we were sitting here in the backyard and for this very event. So hope everyone is well. At the center of nothing, and in the middle of it all, I was waiting for your love to come around. But you were lost there to another, in a world of green and gold, and I was digging here in the earth for things unknown. But that's how it goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. We were dirty little children, but we just did not seem to care. The clothes we wore were torn, they were frayed, they were threadbare. So we stole our every pleasure in the space between the need, and we raised our heads high enough to find a way with which to lead. But that's how it goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. How it goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. I saw this broken black umbrella, and it was like a fallen newborn bird. It was lying in the street, and it was just as useless as a song gone unheard. Somehow I knew it would be you. You would chew the fattest plum you can leave, the skin and the seed here for me when you were done. But that's how it goes. Sometimes that's how it goes. How it goes. Sometimes it's how it goes. How it goes. Sometimes it's how it goes. How it goes. Sometimes it's how it goes. I don't know if you can tell, I'm fighting a sinus infection, have been for a few days, so I'm only playing sinus infection songs tonight. So, I think that's best for everyone. When did it come to this? How did we fall so far to let the bitter wind tear the sail apart and leave us both adrift on cold and angry waves? Now who is left to rescue? Who is left to save? Do we discard it all as worthless? Why do we hide these things that hurt us? There was a time when we were shelter for each other, shelter for each other from the cold, rainy, lonesome coming down. Fear that lives in me knows the fear that lives in you. It's just another shade that holds a different hue, as gilded frames hold faces with smiles lost in time. Now only dust and light outline these walls we leave behind. We discard this all as worthless. Why do we hide these things that hurt us? There was a time when we were shelter for each other, shelter for each other from the cold, rainy, lonesome coming down. Coming down to stain the stones with a gray and fading shadow. Coming down, yeah, just to cleanse or wash away. Coming down with its graces and our faces held to heaven. Who will hear us when we cry or when we pray? Well, in these remaining days, it is such a shame that we should be at odds, that we have lost our way back to one another. Unguarded and unsure, we will walk into the fire and pray it leaves us pure. We won't discard it all as worthless. Why do we fight for things that hurt us? There'll be a time when we'll be shelter for each other, shelter for each other from the cold, rainy, lonesome coming down. From the cold, rainy, lonesome coming down. From the cold, rainy, lonesome coming down. All right. Well, I hope you guys are all doing good. I know that we're running a little short on time, so I think maybe we're going to do here one more, two more, 1, 2. How about a haiku? I'll read a haiku. How's that? Let's see here. This is a nice one. Spring rain leaking through the roof, dripping from the wasp's nest. Okay. All right. Yeah. How about a chapter from Ulysses? That'd be good next. All right. All right. No, thank you. Well, it's not over in the morning, and not over when it's said and done. Not over when I hear the door slam. It's not over even though I know you're gone. We spilled our love right here in the bedroom, and we gave each other such sweet company. All dressed up in your little white skin. I know your honey tongue, well, it got the best of me. And still I watch that old dirt road every evening as the slow setting sun turns dust to gold. And I think of her back as she was leaving on that day, and it seems to me I should have known. Well, I still have your cotton dresses. They're hanging in that old wardrobe, and there lingers there a scent of sadness in the perfume I can still smell on my clothes. And I too, you know, I have been confused by her chameleon way. I watch her changing right before my eyes, and I still denied each passing shade. But still I watch that old dirt road every evening as the slow setting sun turns dust to gold. And I think of her back as she was leaving on that day, and it seems to me that now I should have known. Well, it's not over in the morning. It's not over when it's all said and done. Not over when I hear the door slam. It's not over even though I know you're gone. I know you're gone. All right. I will do one more. Thanks to BettySoo for running things here backstage and keeping all the technology, doing what the technology is supposed to do. And thank you to you, Laura, again for everything, musically and humanity-wise, and for hosting this every year and doing so this year as well. And to everyone here watching, if you've got a spare to help out Caritas and those that it benefits, it'd be fantastic. All right. strange year for all of us, and I'm glad we're still here hanging on. I fixed the hinge and stopped the squeak. It kept me from a dead man's sleep, and I kicked my shoe across the room just to see it fly and startle you. I saw a smile that you tried to hide, and the tension broke for just a while. And I am gone, but I'm still hanging on. Well, the floor is bare, my feet are cold, and my eyes they stare, my face looks old. Then I step outside for one last drag, and I think about the chance we had, and the lights they shine in green and red. They are reflected where all of the streets are wet, but I am gone, but I'm still hanging on. And I know someday that we rise above, but for now I'm fine here, and I'm just thinking of how it could be you and me, and we'd be hanging on. Yeah, how it could be you and me, just hanging on. Thanks, y'all. Matt the Electrician's coming right up. We'll see you.
And that was terrific. We love you. And
Thank you,
thanks for
Nathan.
playing. Say hello to your family for us. Bye.
All right.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Everyone out there, if you heard that thud, that was my cat. Sorry about that. He's insane tonight. I think he's so excited about hearing all these amazing musicians and then raising money for Caritas. I don't know. He's crazy that way. But anyway, we have more and more artists, Matt the Electrician, and then we're just here having our annual day party, which is usually at Guerra's Taco Bar on South Congress. It's called our roster party, and then a couple years in, we started raising money for Caritas, so it has two names now, South by Soup Fest. And so I've been putting some links in the chats if you want to learn more, but basically we're raising money for Caritas of Austin and their pantry and their soup kitchen. So Matt, if you're ready, I'm going to go on and hand it over, and then I'll come on after Matt and thank some of you who've donated. Thanks, Matt, for being here. Your turn. You're muted. Your microphone says it's not muted, but for some reason I cannot hear you. So, oh, wizard behind the curtain, do you have any advice for us? Wizard or the Electrician. Yeah. So while Matt's figuring that out, I'll just talk a little bit more. You know me, I love a chance to talk. So we've been raising money for Caritas for 17 years. Matt has played every single South by Southwest, I'm pretty sure. Maybe one year he went on spring break with his kids. But yeah, we have been doing this for quite some time, and we've already reached 5,200 today, and we are going to keep raising. Our donation pages will be active, and these concerts will be available after tonight as well on my YouTube channel and maybe my Facebook channel. I'm not sure, but yeah. So Matt made a new record right before the pandemic, and then it was supposed to come out last year, and it's still kind of on hold. We can't wait for all of you to hear it. It's a really beautiful, beautiful record. So if Matt's ready.
You can hear me now. Yes. Okay. Ooh, it's windy out there. Okay, I think I'm. Nobody's telling me I'm muted, so that must mean things are working. Hello, folks. I'm Matt the Electrician. Woo! I'm really happy to be here virtually at the ComboPlate booking roster party and benefit for Caritas. Again, absolutely the favorite thing that I get to do. I know everybody's said it, but my favorite thing, and it, kind of in the last couple of years, it had gotten to be even the only thing I want to do during South by Southwest, which is generally a headache. But it's just great that it usually brings a lot of people into town, and some of them come out and donate to a local organization like Caritas through ComboPlate booking, which is a great thing. So to be able to do this and be part of this, and so thankful to Laura for putting this together every year. All that, and traffic is pretty mellow out there. So, excuse me, if you need to go somewhere, it's pretty easy to get around. That's what it's my favorite one yet. So I'm going to play you some songs that I've written during this last year. I'm just going to play new songs. So this is one that I wrote right around this time last year, maybe a couple weeks, a week or two into the lockdown. I am scared, of course I am. I read the same things that you read to me. Go softly into bed to sleep, to dream without conclusions. I can't decide what to wear. What's going on with my hair? You understand me. I beg you to demand of me, stay here forevermore on the sea floor. I can see the yard at night, and when the moon is broken over the trees or shadows in real time, I know that I'm a bit more manic than I'd be inclined not to care. What's going on with my hair? You understand me. I beg you to demand of me, stay here forevermore on yet so light. I am scared, of course I am. I've only been around for years and years, all look the same to me. A honeybee, a hummingbird in a frame. I can't complain. What's going on in my brain? You understand me. I beg you to demand me and stay here forevermore on the sea floor, on the sea floor, on the sea floor. All right. That is on the sea floor. Well, so then a couple months went by, and you know there was some politics going on. I don't remember most of it at this point, but you know, sometimes sometimes things get kind of run over. You know, like I've talked about this before with my Alaska song about the ye old bridge to nowhere. And it was every once in a while there's politics where where just, you know, bystanders get run over, and maybe that's the way the whole system works. I don't know, but the way I think of it is kind of like if your parents argue a lot when you were a kid, like if your parents were arguing and then the dog gets hurt, like the dog doesn't have he doesn't care about anything, or he or she, whichever sex of dog you have, doesn't care about what your parents are arguing about. If he gets hurt, like if there's some like sideways anger that affects the dog, it's just such a bummer. I just feel bad for the dog. Anyway, this song's for the post office because I love the post office, and it's just weird that the post office should be involved in politics because it just brings you the mail, and that's pretty fantastic. So this song I wrote only 3 verses to, and then put it out on the internet and said, hey, tell me what other verses to write. And so you all sent your ideas, and there is a line about divorce in here. It's not autobiographical. It was for a woman named Chris who was excited that the post office facilitated her divorce. So when I want to say hi to you, but when I want to write it all down and put it in an envelope too, and I think about what you're going to think about what I wrote down for you. When I want to wait a little while waiting for you to write to me too. I put a stamp on a letter and I put it in the mail for you. When it's almost your birthday, and I don't really know you that well, and I'm just your uncle anyway, but I still want to get you something that you don't have and you won't throw away. And I want it to feel like a big deal coming from so far away. $10 in a card and I put it in the mail today, maybe 20 when I'm back on the road. And every little town is a brand new place and a place I want to go. And I want to show you what it looks like where I am on a cardboard tableau. So I pick a postcard with a picture that I think that you won't already know. I put a poem on the back and I drop it in the mailbox hole, or slot if you prefer, when I run out of my medicine. So order online cause the risk to my health is genuine, and it would be a lot cheaper if I was Canadian. As it is, I can have it sent to me, I am an American. Ooh. Yeah, I use the mail to get my medicine when I want to have a pen pal, and he lives nearby underneath the same sky in a different locale. And you write what's new and how do you do, etc. and out. And you stay connected and you make new friends and you raise the morale. I put a stamp on a letter and I send it to my new pen pal. When I want to say thank you, when a call's not enough but I can't show up to say it to you, when a text or email both feel so impersonal too, and it means much more when it comes to your door in a uniform of blue. I say thank you in a letter and I put it in the mail for you. When I want a divorce, when I tried everything and I took off my ring and there's no recourse, and the multitude of differences are irreconcilable, of course, and I don't want to see it cause we're both feeling mean with no remorse. Ooh. Yeah, sign all the papers and mail me my damn divorce. When I want to go vote, but there's a pandemic and it's cold outside and I don't have a coat, and there's people everywhere and I'm getting kind of scared and I'm trying to stay remote. I'm so glad there's a safe and easy way to keep this whole election thing afloat. Ooh. Yeah, I fill out my ballot and I put it in the mail to vote. Yeah, I fill out my ballot and I put it in the mail to vote. All right. Thanks, y'all, for any and all virtual applause. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so then a little more time went by, and I think we all, maybe we're all watching TV. I don't know. Are you watching TV? I'm watching a lot of TV. I'm also watching movies. I think I've actually gotten to the point where I've watched all of the movies now, which is a bummer because I love movies, and I'm glad that I've seen a lot of movies, but I think I've watched them all. And last night I watched a movie. I watched Alien 3, which seems like it's the end. Maybe there's more Alien movies to watch. I don't really know, but excuse me very much. But I watched an Alien movie, and then after that, I decided that it would be cool to watch some MTV. I grew up with MTV around, not entirely, but I was 10, I think, when it came out, 9 or 10, and it was a big deal in the house. It was we didn't even have cable, I think, when it first came out, but we we got cable a couple years in, and man, that was exciting. Anyway, I looked up on YouTube. You can find just videos from MTV, the glory days of MTV, and I just watched like an hour of MTV. It was pretty fantastic, I gotta say. This doesn't have anything to do with that, but it was kind of about watching TV shows and people. You'll hear collectively from the social media isms, the cosms, the cosmos, that hey, here's the new thing you should watch. And I'm really contrary when it comes to that. I usually won't watch the thing that everybody says to watch. But sometimes I do, and then it's terrible. And so I have kind of odd tastes in things. And then, so anyway, the point is that I don't know what the hell this song is about. And I will say that I wrote it a week before Tiger Woods got into a car accident. So it has nothing to do with that. And no offense to Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is great. As far as I know. I don't really know. No, thank you. I don't want to watch the Tiger Woods documentary. I know. He's really, really good. And he's probably a nice guy trying to get by. And golf is fine, it's fine. I know. There's more to it than that. And it's so very quiet right before the sun comes up. Then the brand new blues a baby of a color colors everything we do. Tell me a little bit more about it. I'm not stuck like a truck in the mud. I know it's complicated. All these phrases authoritative. I'm invisible sitting in the next room. I know I do declare it's so very quiet right before the sun comes up. Then the brand new blue's a baby of a color colors everything we do. Maybe I'll watch the tiger documentary, even though I'm scared that tigers might eat me. I know the more you know. All right, that is the tiger song, I guess. I think that's what that is. That is the that's the fourth song in or the third song in my 4 songs that I've written recently. I've written more like 50, but these are just a few that I enjoy. Thank you all so much for supporting Caritas and supporting ComboPlate Booking and being here for all of this. I'm going to do one more song for you. I believe that is the case. And let's see here real quick. Make sure I'm doing all this right. Laura is suggesting that perhaps I play longer. Okay. I can't remember when I started. I was going based on the amount of time that I've been trying to learn. I posted a little mini video of this, but I was listening to Lionel Richie a lot, and I'm trying to learn this this Lionel Richie song. Baby, you'll find there's only one love. I got so much love and needing you so. My love for you never let go. I got so much love. All I want is to hold you. Let me show how much I love you, baby. I don't mind, and I don't mind. Girl, I love you. There's no one above you. You are the sun, you are the rain that makes my life this foolish game. You need to know I love you so. I do it all again and again. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Tell me it's true. I can't believe you do what you do. I got so much love. And my love, you'll see, we'll stay together, just you and me. I got so much love. Only you know me. Tell me how to love you, baby. I don't mind, I don't mind. Girl, I love you, always thinking of you. You are the sun, you are the rain that makes my life this foolish game. You need to know I love you so. I do it all again again and again. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know you know the way I feel. I need your love always. When I'm with you, I fall in love again and again and again, again, baby. You are the sun, you are the rain that makes my life this foolish game. You need to know I love you so, and I do it all again and again. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. All right, that was a not quite ready for public consumption Lionel Richie cover. So you're welcome, I think. 10 after, that seems excessive. Let's see. All right. I will play you the just to kind of put all of this in context. We had this winter storm here in Austin, and it's not something we're used to anyway. And turns out the Texas infrastructure was not prepared to handle everything, and that's the way it goes. But we were, in our house, we lost power and we lost water. And we lost power for about 48 hours, and it got down to about 34 degrees inside our house. The Tuesday, so the second day of no power and no heat, I had a song due for a song game that I'm in, and the guy that runs it said he was going to kick people out if they didn't turn it in. I mean, I'm sure he didn't because the cold thing, but anyway, I had to write this song because it was due. So I came out into my shop, which is where I am right now, and I wrote this little ditty for the song game. The title of the week was Lord of Vampires, so I fit that in where it needed to go. It's been 38 hours without any power, and I feel that I'm starting to crack. And it's well below freezing, and I'm bad at believing that the heat will ever come back. So if you are praying, or if you have prayed, I hope that you set some aside and think of the oligarchs in front of their fires. They steal all their powers, the Lord of Vampires. So picture them clear, their faces please summon, and wish for them only what they got coming, that inside their mansions might turn cold to the bone, and that they too could go camping inside their homes. That is a teeny tiny song about the winter shutdown. And what I would like to leave you with, and I will in fact play one more song. And again, I will urge you to go contribute money to Caritas, because the number one thing I kept thinking that whole time when we were locked down and we had no power and no heat, and it got so cold, but we had four walls, and the first night it was 9 degrees outside, and at the lowest it got, it was 9 degrees. And inside of our house, it was 34. That's a massive difference. I cannot imagine living outside in that, it's just unreal. So so if you can, please contribute to Caritas. And a big thank you again to Laura and John, and a thank you to Betty for running all of behind stage. And it was so great to see all my friends. I was hanging out backstage for everybody's set, and it was cool to see Raina and Nels and Betty and Curtis and JM and Beaver and Nathan, who I haven't seen anybody in so long. I see Betty sometime. I saw Betty once because I bought her planner book, and she came to my house to deliver it, and we stood very far apart with masks on and talked. But so a couple days after the whole freeze thing, the power came back on, and I had another song due in a different song game, where the title was Wooden Box. And so I wrote this one, and it was a joyous sun comes out, we're all okay kind of song is the way I was feeling. And of course then the allergies follow that up, and so it's just, there's always something to complain about, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But if you remember that people like Laura are doing wonderful things for people in need, then you have less to complain about. If I had a wooden box, I wouldn't have to think these thoughts. I've already thought a lot about what I forgot. And if I had a water gun, I wouldn't want for water fun. As it is, I want for none. I do believe I'm done. What have you heard? Tell me I believe it. Hey, look, a bird, I'm in love all over again. Gas, I wouldn't drive so doggone fast. Past the places I have passed, I have arrived at last. And if I had a peace of mind, I would piece together mine. All my thoughts would feel so fine, I feel I am inclined. What have you heard? Tell me I believe it. Hey, look, a bird, I'm in love all over again. Thank you all so much. Thanks for tuning in today, and for supporting Caritas, and I hope you have a great South by. I'm not sure that it's still happening. I don't think it's happening. But South by Soup Fest happens every year, no matter what.
Thanks to you and Raina and Nels and JM and BettySoo and Curtis and Nathan and Beaver and lots of people and Gueros. Anyway, yeah, thanks for bringing us home, Matt. You're amazing as always. Thanks for sharing all the new songs. Thanks to my husband. I always forget to thank him when we're at Gueros. He's like running around behind the scenes. So he helped me today as well, make more virtual stage. Thanks too for BettySoo for coming to the rescue. I was going to do this on Zoom, and I think it was so much better coming through StreamYard. I was able to read your comments live, and then I was able to answer them without having to worry about my computer crashing, going between windows. Anyway, old person stuff. But anyways, if y'all want, first of all, just thank you for being here. Please continue to share the stream. It's going to be on my YouTube channel and hopefully on the Facebook channel. And yeah, I just want to get out the music of these artists that I work with, because I'm so lucky to work with all of them, and I just want to share their songs. So I'll go on and put in the chat after I quit talking about Nathan and Matt's websites. I forgot to do that. It's nathanhamilton.com and matttheelectrician.com. But if y'all will indulge me, I'm going to read a bunch of names of people who've made donations. I'm going to go really fast, but I want to thank everyone, because so far we've raised over $5,200. And I want to thank Charles Curry, Susan Castle, Jennifer Bob and family, Mr. and Mrs. Sow, Beckham Remodels, Marianne and Mark, Yela Webb, Alec Whiteman, Elizabeth and Carrie, Dorothy Thomas, Aaron Ivy, Jack Breen, Lou DeMarco and Rain Fusco, Rob Hanning, David and Kathy with Macomb Creek Concerts, the anonymous people, their first names are John, Maggie, John, Lee, Marilyn, and Jamie. Okay, Jim Carroll, Joanna Castillo, Jimmy Joe, Brian and Nerissa and the girls, Grace Sow, DJ Powers and Lori, Beaver Nelson, Betty Dingus, the Garmenhausen Philly family, Mindy and Brian, Mike and Tanya, Lori Ramos, Roger O'Meara, Pamela Lauterbach, Alex Mallet, Andrew Pressman and Raina Rose, Mad Mystic, that's my friend Serena Voss, Vanessa Gomez Lively, Bill Stoughton, Steve Ray, Jake Farr, John Windland, Tiffany Walker, Gwen Beeler and Steve Beeler, Susan Maxwell, David Downman and Susan Downman, Candy Luter, Jeff Godell, Anne Marie Hampshire and Tom Pearson, Stephen Clare, Jacques and Anne-Marie, Jessica Hedrick, Justin Nordell, John Murphy, and Joan Cornbliff, and Cassie Hoff and Mary Jo O'Neill.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Those are the ones I've written down. I'm sure I'm going to keep thanking people on Facebook. Will be posting totals, but mainly thank you for all the musicians who played. I wanted to play one more video from the food services director at Caritas. So we're going to hear from Cynthia one more time, and then I'll say one final goodbye.
Hi, I'm Cynthia Hernandez, food service manager for Caritas of Austin. I'd like to send my heartfelt thank you to ComboPlate Cooking and their musician for 17 years of service through South by Soup Fest. I want to let you know that the money raised is going towards food and supplies to the community kitchen and the pantry. Again, thank you so much for 17 years of your support.
That was Cynthia. We love going to Caritas we host music there every South by. We've been doing that since 2005. That's where the name South by Soup Fest came up. And actually it was my friend Mark Estes, whose name I just read. He is the one who thought of it. And so we first used it for the concerts at the kitchen. And then once we turned our roster event into a fundraiser, then we started using it there. So yeah, I've been presenting music there since 2002. If you go to my Linktree link, whatever URL, it's in my Instagram bio. You can see all my history with Caritas of Austin. So we have now raised at least $58,000 for them over the 17 years. So that's thanks to all of you. You're all amazing. If you want, I still have gift cards from last year. So I'm going to be posting that in places. So it's, I can't remember. I put it in the chat, but there's about 8 gift cards. And if anyone wants one of these t-shirts that my husband's wearing for a big donation of $150 or more, if you've already donated, I'll be contacting you offering that. But if you want to make a donation. But yeah, those are our little tiny perks we have this year. And we can't wait to see everyone in 2022 next year at Guero's. So thanks, everybody. Thank you, Betty, for running the stream. And bye. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.